Sun and Leo, which is dealing with expansion, growth, travel. Moon and Taurus today. So that's dealing with stability, home, structure, security. You're going to feel the need to go out your way to help people, places, and things. Give out your heart, give out your mind, body, and soul. But be careful because motherfuckers will use you. Be very motherfucking careful. Also, we dealing with dismantled moon. So the moon just got done with its full moon previously weeks ago. So of course, planting good seeds during this time, playing catch up to make sure when the new moon come, make sure you put yourself in the process to basically be stable and consistent. Also, we got Mercury and Leo. So basically, this is dealing with duality. This is also dealing with basically self-expression, the way you utilize your self-expression towards other people, places, things, the way you think and communicate should basically be dealing with passion, dealing with fire. Feel me? Don't let nobody else think for you. Don't let nobody else plant seeds in your head for you to basically be thinking and basically doing things opposite. You don't want to do that. Make sure your brain is right. Also, we got Venus and Cancer, so it's basically dealing with surroundings and location, duality, having sex, coming together, dealing with home, family, coming together, being there for your family. Basically, you might feel the need to basically have a personal talk with your family during these times. These times is really rough. That's if you believe in that shit, though. You can change your reality in a given second. Don't let these motherfuckers mix and tangle your mind in the fantasy. Get about that shit. Uranus is in Taurus, so that's dealing with selfishness, the way how they utilizing y'all, and basically they're utilizing their selfishness and demonic way to basically get people out their jobs, and basically they want to get y'all on this new vaccine, so be very careful and shit. Also, the way we utilize Taurus and self-expression was basically dealing with stability home. Things is moving really slow right now, of course, because they basically working on their way to basically try to control y'all and sustain y'all, so be very careful. Also, Neptune is in Pisces, so that's dealing with duality, that's dealing with home, that's dealing with dreams, imagination. That's dealing with the second. What came second is basically life experiences and shit. That's basically is in Pisces. So of course, the way you express yourself, utilize the full energy. So basically, home security, being stable, loving your inner world, loving your moon, basically expressing that, and basically utilizing your imagination to basically create, initiate, and pass out. Also, we got Pluto and Capricorn. So you see all this crazy shit going on, these exploding and shit in Baltimore and all these other countries. Of course, they trying to get y'all the fuck up out of here. So make sure you're doing your rituals and spells, utilizing your Pluto to make sure nothing happens to you, and make sure you stay protective very well. So of course, they utilizing this shit in a childish way. And of course, Capricorn is basically dealing with 0.8 degrees. So that's also dealing with death and transformation. So basically, it's a mixture of this and shit. So they sitting back playing with y'all. Also, we got Chiron and Aries. So basically, this is wounded healing, the way we self-express ourselves, the way our motivations, our passions, our desires and shit. We got to utilize our wisdom, our knowledge, and our spiritual strength to basically push that out, and also push this around people, places, and things, surroundings, and locations, and also push this out to the youth, because this is their future at the end of the day. Feel me? And they shit is coming up. So North Node is in Gemini. So basically, we're going to feel the need to basically travel, have expansion, growth, and influence that towards other people, places, and things. We also got the Ascendant and Pisces, so this personal issues and shit, dealing with self-expression, creations, and goals. Don't let anxiety or this fantasy or this fake illusion basically describe you from that or criticize you in some way, shape, or form. Make sure you're getting above that. We also got Midhaven and Sagittarius, so basically that's also dealing with our the way we come up with our passions and goals. And the way we do this, we gotta basically bring harmony and balance and peace and stability, and utilize our love and create love in our own way and care in our own way. We also got Moon square Mercury. So basically, this is dealing with mood changes and shit. The way we think and communicate, the way we got this is a learning process. The way we think and communicate and utilize our feelings and emotions and expressions, we got to get that up into check before we come out here in the real world and face that. Or this thing can drown you and put you into karma, death. And basically it'll kill you. We also got Moon conjunct Uranus. So basically, this is dealing with freedom. So you might want to feel the need to basically have self-expression and speak your mind, and basically put it out there. Whether you're doing this with your family or you coming together with your family to basically express this, or go out there and fucking vote, or not vote, but protest. We also got Mercury square Uranus. So basically, we had to learn how to think and communicate, and basically be stable and not be fragile. Feel me? You gotta learn how to basically get out there and just self-express yourself. Feel me? and just basically talk to yourself more. Also, we got Mars square Pluto, so it's basically learning how to have power, control, and dominance over our actions and shit. And of course, it's a good time to utilize that force, especially if you feel like your shit getting violated. We also got Jupiter sextile Neptune, so it's basically dealing with this is basically dealing with Jupiter. This is dealing with faith, hope, and also helping people, places, and things that's in need, especially if they down right now. We definitely need that because government don't give a fuck about you, never did, never will. Also, we got Sun trine Mars, so it's basically the driving force that we can utilize, and we got the sun shining on us, and the sun is always shining. So basically, we gotta also shine too in our own unique way, or else things can get very catastrophic, especially if you're utilizing your sun to basically plant in somebody else's backyard, especially if your backyard is full of junk. Also, we got Mercury trine Chiron, so it's basically coming to surface and basically expressing your deep healings, your deep traumas and shit. Things that hurt you, you might just feel the need to basically express that and shit. And of course, you're gonna be saying that shit on the news too, especially in a fake way too. These motherfuckers lying to y'all. Don't let them fool you. Also, we got Mars square Jupiter. So it's basically learning how to use your self-expression, your power, your sex drive, your the shit that you learn, dreams you have, and imagination, growth, spirituality, spectrums. This is the time to basically push that out and push that shit out now, and express that shit. Also, we got Jupiter conjunct Pluto, so it's basically dealing with power and control. This is dealing with vision. This is dealing with spiritual natures and shit. We feel the need to basically push that out and express ourselves, and also bring definite transformation towards anything that's basically trying to basically stagnate us. Also, we got Saturn conjunct Pluto, so it's basically dealing with learn how to be more mature and having relationship status and basically finding your true power and basically getting up out of the illusion and not getting sucked into the illusion of the matrix and shit. It's basically break free from that. Natal sextile Pluto, so it's basically search for the true answers, the real truth, the real knowledge, and basically or whatever you was basically into, whatever you was into religion or any spiritual natures, you might basically break free from that and try to find yourself during this time. Also, Sun square Moon, so it's basically dealing with wants and needs and shit. We all got wants and needs, so don't let your wants and needs get the best of you. Basically, your wants is basically your sun, the way your will, your ego. Your needs is your moon. So learn how to have balance in between these things and manifestations that open the door. So this way things will be too harvesting and shit. Also, we got Sun conjunct Mercury, so it's basically you might feel the need to self express yourself in a preachable way, or basically they can communicate and come in clashes with other people, places, and things. You might know shit about something, or those for the people that basically like talking shit, thinking that they know everything. Also, Sun square Uranus is basically dealing with competition. People might feel the need that you might be in competition with them the way you self-express yourself. So basically, things can get out of line and shit. Feel me? You might feel the need to have a business, start a business. And you basically say, "Oh, I can do it better than this person." And things can clash and get out of line and shit. You don't want that happening. Also, we got Sun trine Chiron. So this basically dealing with unsuccessful Sun trine. This is dealing with unsuccessful healing and shit. You might feel the need. You may not be self-expressing yourself in the way you want to. So be careful of that. Don't doubt yourself. Moon trine Jupiter, so it's basically being in the mix. Don't be in the mix out here because like, people are dying and dropping like flies, and we're in a year of karma. So don't be out here fucking mixing and making, going to barbecues, to cookouts, and shit, other people places and things. Shit out here getting shot up or turned down, and things can get it. Things will be Pluto is in Capricorn right now, so basically you need to basically be doing good vibes. And if you are out here, make sure you spiritually protecting yourself, not getting yourself caught up into bullshit out here. Also, we got Moon trine Pluto, so this deep connection, being more psychic and having deep relationships, coming to commutes with other people, places, and things, and basically having harmonious balance. Venus squared Chiron, so the phase of expressing yourself and having balance with other people, places, and things. People may not match a vibe, match a balance and shit. You may be scared, but this is a learning process and shit, and learn how to not be with somebody because of this Venus and Cancer. So you got to learn how to have self-express with yourself. Also believe in yourself. Mars square Saturn, so there's reality versus fear. So you're gonna believe in this virus, or you're gonna believe in your process of manifesting. Also, we got Jupiter conjunct Saturn, so that's basically dealing with success and expansion and growth and stability and discipline and restrictions. Also, don't let nobody fuck that up too. Make sure you utilizing that because you need that right now during this process. And of course, Trump ass gonna get shot. Trump got shot up. Trump almost got shot up today. So yeah, that's a conjunction right there too. And he a Jupiter. He a Jupiter moon. Also, personal personal coziness and shit like that may not be the tips and natures of things. So be very aware of that. Also, when we dealing with the first house of second house in the first house, dealing with personal slow stagnantness values and shit. So you may look at your values like if it's not really worth it, if it's not really moving you at a fast pace, you might just not want to feel the need to basically get with it. So basically find something that's gonna value you, feel me? Value yourself, feel me? At the end of the day, you only got yourself at the end of the day. Second house is dealing with personal values, convictions of other people, places, and things, and opinions that they might throw on you that basically might try to stop you in your past and your process. So be aware of these people, places, and things. They might try to throw that on you or to basically try to stop you from having self-expressions. And be careful with that guilt feeling. You don't want that concerning you and shit. Also, third house, second house and the third house is dealing with stable satisfaction. So don't be all over the place. Feel me? Learn how to utilize yourself and put yourself in a circumstance situation and ground your ideas, ground your concepts, ground your values and shit. Be careful of nervousness and be careful of the circumstances, situations, because you might put yourself in a predicament. You might be in the process of cheating on your motherfucking partner during this time, especially if they ain't valuing and you ain't getting satisfied with certain values and shit. So be careful, be aware of that. Fourth house dealing with business. This dealing with learning personal issues with business, workplace, homes, and basically having a strong moon to basically reflect this, because your moon need to be strong in order for you to basically bring these feelings and emotions and values into existence. And then if you're consistent, then things can basically start get flowing too, especially when there's new moon come up too. Fifth house basically learn personal values with self satisfaction, and also be careful because this is also where Venus falls at. So learn how to Venus don't fall here, but learn how to basically have strong feelings and strong stability and face your fears and basically overcome any obstacles that's blocking you. Sixth house is dealing with learning how to deal with your day-to-day values and shit. Feel me? Learn everything ain't your fault, and learn that being practical and stable is going to keep you above any circumstance, situation. So criticism is out the window. So you do not need to be utilizing criticism to basically put a square or a firmament around you. And Venus falls in this motherfucker. So you got to learn how to have love within yourself. Sometimes you make a mistake, just smile. Fuck it. You be like, oh shit. The reason why I made this mistake is because tomorrow is going to be even more better when I basically reconnect. For me, learn how to mix and mangle your words or circumstances, situations that ain't work out for you. Be aware of that. Seventh house is basically learn how to have satisfaction, dealing with selfishness, and long distance travel. So you might feel the need to basically see that your partner may not basically fix their tabs. You may be basically taking care of a bum. So you might just feel the need to basically get with somebody that's basically matching your vibes. So be careful. You might be in the vibration of cheating. Taurus and Venus don't really mix and mingle like that, even though they're from the same planet. But things can get a little ugly in this motherfucker. Eighth house dealing with financial goals, values, and be very careful with this, because this is basically could put you in a trap right here. For me, this is dealing with somebody in previous past that might have a circumstance, situation with doubt, with death, and also basically dealing with spending. So basically, be very careful with the way you spend and shit right now, because you might regret buying something that you bought. That's something that you brought in your values. You might regret buying it now. Be careful. Feel me? Don't be so quick to basically buy something. Learn how to basically utilize and be stable with your shit. 9th house. This is dealing with expansion and growth, consistency. Learn how to have a pocket full of money and not basically putting all your eggs in one basket. And learn how to be stable and consistent, and not getting caught up in long distance travels. And feel me? Don't just always play the lottery every day. Be aware of things. 10th house, dealing with destinies. Also be careful with the way you spend, the way you eat too, because basically bring guilt and bring density into bad vibrations, which might give you diabetes. Also, 11th house, dealing with change of values, friends, goals, society. You may not be able to be changing things up and switching things up. So people may look at you, you like, oh, you just stable, you stay in one spot, so be careful, be aware. 12th house, last but not least, dealing with, make sure you meditate because you might lose your wallet, your keys, and shit might get a little fishy, you feel me? So be very careful and aware.